なんとかなったみてえだな。畳みかける。これがスーパーサイヤ人3だ。
Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. I know, you're eager, waiting for the game to come back up. They've extended the maintenance and the end time is to be decided. Kind of sucks for some of us in North America because we're all really tired. If they could give us a set time, even if it's overreaching, that would be wonderful, just so we know how much sleep we can get. Apparently, the JP message on the Legends Twitter is worded in a way that they say it could be over 6 hours. Now remember, maintenance can end whenever they want it to, so there's no guarantee it's really going to carry over for that long, but I could use some 6 hours of sleep. Either way, version 6.18.0 is here, and it actually is a huge update. I'm just going to quickly scan some of the stuff, right? Here's the new Legends Rarity. They reworded some things just to not confuse it with the Legends Rarity. They made some adjustments to the Legends Pass, one of them being the actual battle AI. I don't know how extensive this is, but if the battle AI could be tinkered to adhere to some of your missions for the fight, that would be wonderful. Like, oh, win without a rising rush. I know my AI is not going to rush. Oh, land a blue card with Trunks. I know my AI is going to always switch to Trunks with a blue card. Stuff like that. New illustrations, that's great. Support filter and features, that's great. Same thing with Tournament of Power. But it's this that I wanted to focus on. I can't believe they tucked this away under other updates. Like we're not supposed to find this amazing or huge. Number one, Vanishing Gauge will now recover after being hit by an active gauge attack. So an active skill. Something like Frieza's Death Beam, for example. Now that you get hit by that, you get your Vanish back. And it makes sense. The thing was treated outside of your traditional arts card, so you weren't getting your Vanish back. But now you do. You could see this in multiple ways. One of the biggest ones being this could imply in the near future we are getting another character with a new active skill attack. It could be that the next Ultra is going to hold on to one of these. Who knows who could that be? But just the fact that they're willing to update this tells me that we could see something there. Now next, adjustments have been made to make gauges easier to see during Overdrive mode. This is wonderful. When your opponent gets Overdrive, there's an audible cue. Their character will say a voice line, but at the same time there's a very small bar under their feet that lets you see what the status of their Overdrive mode is. So these adjustments are going to be important, especially given that we are seeing more characters get buffs centered around Overdrive. The first one was the Super Saiyan Blue Vegito that got a Zenkai Awakening during the Future Boost campaign. That guy had an improved Overdrive where he had a lock-in. Then we saw Overdrive get buffed up with the mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and now this Legend Vegito has faster Overdrive mode charging. So Overdrive is getting more emphasis, and these little adjustments are necessary. But it's this that I find insane. Changes have been made to the intensity of Overdrive attacks, and they can now defeat forward charging special move, special, and ultimate arts. Is this not insane? The hierarchy of moves in this game has always been like, okay, it's the Rising Rush, then it's going to be like Rising Rush essentially trumps all melee based moves, and then you got your ultimates, and then you got your blue cards, and then you got everything else, right? The hierarchy has changed where Overdrive attacks are basically on the same level as, or well, actually a little bit below Rising Rushes. So if your opponent, if you have no Vanish, but you have your Overdrive, and your opponent decides, okay, I'm going to use the green card with Android 13, no problem, Overdrive mode them. Oh my goodness, my opponent is going to be flying at me with FSK. I got Overdrive, last man standing, he pops his main ability, I got no Vanish, he's trying to LF me with the blue card, I got no problem, my Overdrive can now beat him. Oh my goodness, my opponent has their ultimate in their hand. They're using, you know, the new legend Vegeta. What am I supposed to do? Overdrive. The fact that Overdrive got this kind of power up just tells me that they want you to really focus on Overdrive. And after the World Tournament, I think players are starting to understand the absolute importance of always maintaining Overdrive mode, because it's not as simple as, okay, I have this new attack in my back pocket, this mini Rising Rush, which now it is. It's also the fact that you take less damage when you're in Overdrive mode. It's almost like a small state of enhanced ability. So this is huge. This will drastically change how the game is played, because now overdrives are going to be seen as far more valuable. A lot of those close range exchanges where your opponent's gonna, you know, you make them vanish or you vanish them and they decided to go for a green and you went for your overdrive, you can feel a little bit more comfortable now because overdrive will win over. It's nuts. They changed the wording of the Z abilities. They went from limited Z abilities to assault Z ability. I found that interesting. The limited Z abilities are the little like mini Zenkai buffs LFs have, if I remember correctly. It was supposed to be a unique thing to Legends limited characters that set them apart from Ultras, and I guess they decided to change it to assault Z abilities. I don't really know. So that's all that other fun stuff there. And then next, here is the Unrivaling Duel. This is part of that little campaign here. These cool titles, whatever. Coins, cool. You know, increased drop rate using Fusion Warrior characters is nice. Look at this. We got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in the S tier boost. That's fine. You know, in S tier boost, he actually didn't do too bad, but nowadays characters even crazier. Ultra Super Gogeta in Z tier could be interesting. Remember, this guy already has a plat equip, so the Z tier boost paired alongside that will be interesting. A tier Kefla, I don't know. I feel like Vegito is gonna crack his finger and she's gonna explode. Every green character has to be careful now. Gotenks in S, fine. These guys in Z tier, that's fine as well. I think last time they were in S tier boost. God Goku in A tier. Shin in S tier, this will be interesting. Well, you might have noticed, where's fusing Vegito Blue? Where is Ultimate Gohan? You could see this as, oh, are we going to be seeing a potential power-up for them soon? Because that's what gave away other characters in the past not being in specific boosts, because a unique equip is probably what they're going to be getting next. In my opinion, I think this is them just having a fixed amount of slots that they wanted to tinker with, and they just decided to go with these characters, right? These characters would sort of synergize a little bit better with them, and or these are just characters that aren't going to be used as much. Like, look, you know, Gogeta Blue over here, we're going to be seeing more purple characters maybe. This guy, Buhan's all around. It'd be nice to have a guy who can chuck blue cards non-stop, so he could be helpful. Shin, just because this guy's totally irrelevant. Maybe you want to make a Majin Buu Saga team. That's all fine. This guy's for the 1% character, and then these two are just Fusion Warriors that don't see a lot of. People still use fusing Super Vegito because of the guaranteed Rising Rush, and Ultimate Gohan, even with his little boost, was enough to show you that he's pretty good. So I don't really know if it's indicative of that, but I mean, you tell me. You tell me in the comment section below. Would a unique equip for fusing Super Vegito be the kind of thing that we want? More instant Rising Rush? Maybe, especially because the new Purple Plus is going to be an intimidating factor for all the green characters, especially full power Super Saiyan 4. But if a blue character with guaranteed Rising Rushes shows up, that might be enough weight to make people want to use him again. So here we are. We're all just going to be sitting here waiting. I didn't talk about this gold equip in the breakdown video, but it's more of a defensive equip here. I find it interesting how all of Vegito's equips are heavily offensive oriented, while all the other equipment that feels like they're for Buhan are all just defensive oriented, because at the end of the day he was getting pressured hard during that battle. So you guys let me know in the comment section below what you think. We are all eagerly waiting for the maintenance to end. I wish they would just give us a hard set time so that you know, we can go ahead and rest for as long as we need to without having to worry about when it ends. It sucks being here on like infinite refresh, you know, my phone. I know I said it was supposed to be live as well, but I have no idea when this is going to go live. But yeah, as soon as the game is live, we will be live over on Twitch. So be sure to check that out and join in on the summons. It should be a good time. Might join VC with Goresh, gonna be chatting. So it'll be fun. Either way, until then, keep on waiting. Peace.